Hello everyone, welcome to my English video. Today I continue to read the book The Karma of the Mind. It's written by Thích author. Some typical cases of the karma of the mind. Here are some. Imagining being the lawability, make an effort to practice and you think you are awakened or will be ashamed in the future. For example, a very diligent person who usually went to Buddhist temple to chant sutras, meditate, and fulfill the duties of a spiritual spiritual practitioner, but when mad after a time, people may wonder what really happened to him. He was very religious, but why he went insane due to the karma of the mind. But what kind of karma of the mind that made that person crazy? The karma of the mind that one will become a saint in his imagination because of his serious and diligent practice. His illusions started to work. He had so many thoughts in his head, such as I will become awakened someday, hence have a superlateral powers, and when I see someone I know their past and future life. Or I will tell others that woman is evil. Or seeing a girl, he told her, don't go to the street, or you will have a tragic death by a car accident. Imagine that you will attain sainthood and you will crazy after about a year. Those imaginations seem harmless, but they will cause you to have a mental illness just because you imagined you are the normality, especially since your marriage of many years of practice went away and you are almost as known as animals. When a person goes it is the suffering due to the ranging guess thought they are in human form. They have the position of animals, which is very miserable. Imagining having high social position. If we see someone live a good life, but in his head he imagines being a king or a president of a country, then he will go crazy, but the retribution is after a few years later. He will become a rubbish collector. That is, the mind is a lot damaged, but suffers from a low social position. Imagine being a king and you will be looked down on, while imagining a saint and you will lose all blessings and become mad. Even if there was a machine to read people's thoughts and it found that we are imagining being a saint, we shouldn't be published it because it didn't break the law of humans. However, the law of cause and effect punish us very terribly. The idea of imagining being a saint or a king starts only from our deluded thoughts, but we're wrong to cling to and follow it. Thus, our avian karma is created more and more, and our remain blessing is less and less. The thoughts of love and hate. Once Buddha returned to visit his homeland, the capital of Kapilavastu. The people there were delighted to hear that their beloved prince, who left the place and became a monk, would return after 8 years. The city was waiting for its prince, who was extraordinarily virtuous and super talented, and now was a lover samana who had been utterly enlightened. People everywhere flocked to the city. On that occasion, Buddha preached the Sutra of the mind of kindness, and then he taught the contemplation of compassion. This is the way to practice the karma of the mind. Buddha taught to sit spreading our love to all sentient beings, including those who are close to us, on of land, in water, in forests, in heavens, and beings in the spiritual world. We vow to love them all, even thought through we haven't given anything to anyone yet, or spoken anything to comfort anyone. And we earn an outstanding blessing that is awake or asleep in peace, to be loved, gods and gods grown harm, the Evin Asuras, gods and Jaska grown harm, the llamas, snakes, and birds stay away. Devas love and always follow to support, gain the rebirth in heaven, and will be liberated someday is exchange. Only the thought of loving sentient beings gain such a blessing. What if otherwise? If one only has the thought of hate on sentient beings, what will happen to him? This person will suffer the retribution. A venomous snake will bite him to death, or else at night he will be waited on while asleep because of his loss of own virtues, or he will be struck by lightning, or dogs will bark because they hate him, and people will literally be elated to see him. Why I get angry looking at his face, thought he does nothing to them. Do not scare or harm anyone. Just a thought of hate for sentient beings can cause you to stay away from devas, and gods will hate. Gods will want to harm, and insects will want to bite, and after their death, they will be condemned to hell or being animals. Is terrifying. And bye. See you next in the video.